Where are you from?
I am from South Asia, Pakistan.
Oh, wow. That's
Yes,
that's amazing. I didn't know my channel was being broadcasted that far. That's pretty cool.
thank you so much, brother.
Yeah. So do you have something to say? Do you want to bring something to the table?
Yes, if you wish, you tell topic I can discuss.
Well, right now the topic is of the podcast today is the purpose of life. What is your perspective on the purpose of life? What is your purpose?
Purpose of life.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I would like to tell about purpose of life. The main purpose of life is humanity.
I agree.
Yes, according to my opinion.
I think that's a good perspective.
Yes,
Yeah, I would have to agree. I do bring. I believe that this experience with everybody, bringing purpose to everyone's lives. I think that bringing positivity into other people's lives, helping each other, love each other, and excel at things is
exactly,
part of the
exactly,
experience.
exactly, brother, exactly.
Right. And so
Yes,
it saddens me to see what's going on in the world today, and I think that, like you said, humanity. I feel that we, as cultures, as countries, lack so much of that, and I think that we go into like these wars that are going on across the world for a very few men in this world's perspective. For instance, our leaders. Many people die for the perspective of the people who are leading a country. It doesn't truly, in my opinion, reflect the people themselves. It reflects the government. And I think that we live in a world of corruption when it comes to governments and oligarchs and these powerful bankers and corporations. I don't think they have our best interest at heart. But I want people to know that one of the most powerful things in this life is unity, is people uniting together and coming together to overcome these negative things in life.
yes, it was. That's great. You are 100% right.
Do you have a religion or a faith?
Yes, actually, I am Muslim.
Are you Muslim?
Yes.
It's funny. I just want to mention this. My mother dated a man named Nasser. His name, I believe it was Nasser Aish. He was also
Okay.
Muslim, and he taught me a lot of things. Uh, Being a young child growing up in the USA, I was very naive to the true facts of a lot of what was going on in the world. Um, I grew up, I'm not going to lie, as a Christian, as a Catholic. I'm no longer Catholic. I don't practice Catholicism, but it was having him for a little while in my life was definitely a culture shock, but it really gave balance to my life. When I look back on Nasser, he was an amazing man. He had a he had a good heart, but he had a lot of knowledge. He was a very smart man, and
Okay, good.
yeah, and I
That's
truly so that's why when I bring people on here, I want people to know I'm not stuck in one perspective. For me, this is a learning experience, and that's why I have people on the show. That's why I don't like to really call things like a battle, because for me, it's a learning experience. I can never come onto this show and say I know everything. I don't. I don't think any of us really do. I learned from you, and I would hope that something in myself would be able to reflect something that you could also take home and learn from that also.
yes. Thank you so much. I learned from you,
But
beloved
do
one.
you,
And,
um,
yes.
in your, so right now, are you experiencing any of what's going on?
No, no, I don't have experience yet.
Well, I mean, with the war going on over there, over on that side of the world, is it affecting you at all?
Yes, here is a few days ago. Here is was war Afghanistan between Pakistan. So no is
Yeah,
peace.
I can
Yeah.
imagine. There's a lot of
Yes.
fear that's going on in the world over there. There's a lot of pain. I think right now on that side of the world, it's horrific. I really, my heart goes out to the people that are losing their lives, losing their families, their children, and just everything they've worked for. When I see this happening, it's horrifying, and I can't even begin to imagine the emotions and feelings people would be going through. But I'm hoping
Yes.
there is something, and I hate to say it this way, but I hope something positive can come from this. I'm not sure what that is or what it would be exactly. I don't have knowledge of the full spectrum, the full, of your culture or your neighboring cultures, but I do know that we are all people, and we
Yes.
all we all care about some of the same basic um, things in life, and that typically has to be our survival, our families, and the people that we love. So I don't know if that's affecting you or not, but I really hope you're doing okay over there.
Yes. Exactly. We are doing okay. Uh, I have a question from you.
Yeah, go for it.
No, it's in situation is going World War III.
Do I think it's going to be World War III?
Yeah.
It's a possibility. I don't necessarily think it will be. I think the only way will become World War III is if Russia and China try to get involved in this situation. Now, I know that Russia and China are allies with Iran to some degree, and they do business dealing with them, but we live in a world of economics. This isn't 100 years ago. Russia does not desire to take over the world. China,
Yes.
on the other hand, has different ambitions, and I believe that they are trying to be a globalist, almost like the United States. I think they are on a path to trying to overrun the U.S. by 2050. I know that they have intentions on taking back Taiwan. Because in Taiwan, it's a very valuable asset for China. It is also an asset for the US and the rest of the world for China to not have control over Taiwan, basically because they make a lot of the microchips in that country, which go into all the technologies for our military assets and computer systems and just almost everything in this world. But for Russia and China to get involved in a third world war, I don't see how it benefits them. They both rely on our economics. Without trade with the US, China doesn't have money to fund a war. And without China, Russia also doesn't have an economy. And we live in what I call like a trilateral union where the three countries, Russia, China, and the US, really all need each other to survive. A lot of people don't know this, but the US actually buys over 30% of our natural gas from Russia. And we always deem these countries to be our enemy, but when you really look under the veil, we are doing business with them all the time. A matter of fact, the US has sold so much land to China, farmland. Believe it or not, the Chinese they own land up against the back of every US military base in the United States. It's that invasive. They own the port of they own the what used to be a naval base in Long Beach that is now owned by the Chinese. So I think they have a strategy like a Trojan horse that a lot of other countries we've already sold out the US. They've already infiltrated the country. They're already here. They already own our assets. They own our debt. And we are 100% indebted to the Chinese, absolutely. And you also have to have a better understanding of the banking system and centralized banking. When we went to Iraq at the time didn't have centralized banking. and now they do. The only country left in the world that didn't have centralized banking was Iran and North Korea. Those are the two countries right now. So if we change out the regime of Iran, you're going to see that they'll probably implement centralized banking. And people don't understand what actually is going on. They think, oh, it's, nuclear weapons, it's this. There was no threat on a nuclear level coming from the Iranian government. The Iranian government has been stating for over 40 years, certain things, and nothing has really come from it on that much of a level. Just like when we went into Iraq, the Bush administration claimed that it was because of weapons of mass destruction. We actually knew there was no weapons of mass destruction. There was a lady named Susan Lindauer who was talking to Saddam Hussein, and Saddam, believe it or not, was actually going with the flow. He was actually accepting what the U.S. was demanding, and that was to go into the facilities. And we lied to the U.S. public. We said that he wasn't going along with it, and that he had facilities creating weapons of mass destruction, which was a complete fabrication, a complete lie to the public. And we knew, believe it or not, that the Saudis had more to do with 9/11 than Iraq did, but we never went after the Saudis because we're embedded financially with them through business dealings, through the oil industry and the refining industry. So a lot of what's going on in the world is the way we're hearing it on the news is a complete lie. And right now, the people who are controlling you, the people who are manipulating you, are the people who have the money. They're the people that run the banks, the centralized banking system, and the corporations and the military contractors. These are the people running the world. And they're going to make sure that you fight your neighbor. They're going to divide because they're dividing and conquering all of us. They want to make sure that you're angry at people that are different than you. That's done on purpose. That is a strategy that goes back 10,000 years to the Babylonians, divide and conquer. But that's my opinion. I don't know. I don't want to say no that World War III won't start, but I don't see it benefiting Russia, China, or the U.S. I think they're standing by and watching what's going on right now with a very close eye. I did see that, Putin made a statement that the U.S. thinks it can push, no one will push back. Well, you push too hard and eventually someone will push back.
Yes.
I'm not sure if Putin will actually do that. You got to remember, if it goes to World War III, there's not going to be a World War III. If China, Russia, and the U.S. go at it, there's only one way this is going to go, and that's going to go into a nuclear holocaust. Because financially, Russia and China cannot obtain a long-term war. They can't do it. Violation of your life.
Violation.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So this is kind of why I don't get into political stuff because
you explain great. I learn from you a lot, and you explain very good. You have a great knowledge about international related and other countries and their economy related. You have a great knowledge. You have explained good.
Yeah, I mean, and there is a lot more. But yeah, unfortunately, these platforms are going to flag us if we continue this conversation.
Yeah.
That's why I try on my channel. I stay more spiritual. I try to stay more positive. This is live visibility. It's saying I'm restricted for 10 minutes.
We have little pageant topic, so otherwise TikTok will be banned.
Yeah, that's wild to me. It's interesting how it's their platform, and I think all in all, they're just trying to keep people from, like it said, misinformation or from starting something.
Yes, exactly.
No, I understand, but I do appreciate you coming on to the show. It does mean a lot to me to have people that are intelligent and that bring something to the table. Yeah, I just know when you get into politics on certain platforms that it can be really iffy. You start to go into a certain direction, and then they'll like what just happened. They'll start to censor it. So I don't want to step on
Yes.
anyone's toes, but um, that's why I stay focused on Scott Talks. Which is my channel. I talk mainly about um, things, power of
Okay.
positivity.
Okay. You have any other platform this channel?
I do. I have a fitness channel that I have. It's called Mr. Scotty Boy Fitness, where we do. It's basically all based off of fitness modeling. Um, I really believe strongly in working out, eating healthy, taking care of the body. I'm a fitness trainer, so I train people how to lift properly and maintain a healthy diet.
Okay. Good profession.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I enjoy it. I've actually helped some well-known people. I don't know if you've ever heard of Dennis Rodman, the NBA basketball player. I do have
Yes.
a photo with him. I trained him for a little while back in 2016. He was here in California training, and I was trying to get him back in shape. I believe at the time he was in his early 50s, and yeah, so he's an interesting character. He's got a good heart, but he's I think a little
Good. Definitely.
misunderstood.
Good. Good, brother. You have to do continue on TikTok. People will come and learn from you.
I hope so. I appreciate for your comment. That is my whole plan, is to really try to bring truth to people and to try to enlighten people. Um,
Yes.
I don't want to spread negativity. I don't want to spread doubt. I want people to be happy with themselves, happy with their lives, and try to really just be who they genuinely, truly are. I believe that we all have a gift to express in this world. I think we all have a talent, and we should really utilize these skills and these talents for the benefit of humanity, not to bring down people. I feel that a lot of people these days are addicted to a lot of bad things, even the cell phones themselves. I see kids these days, they don't engage with the world. They're just stuck on a cell
Yes.
phone all day long, and they're just sitting there scrolling and scrolling. Where I think children should be out in the world, experiencing the world, getting dirty in the sand and playing outside, and making friends with each other, and just creating a bond with other people. I feel that that's what our society lacks today, is that bonding experience. I think that a lot of the computers, a lot of the cell phones have taken that away from us as people. I think that it has made us reclusive almost, as we are by ourselves a lot, and we have not created a lot of friendships as we get older because we're too engaged with things like social media and stuff like that. So there's a lot of dangers to these things. I know when we were kids we had video games, but I still went outside. I still went out and hung out outside and played, and I'd ride my bike all over the city and stuff. And we didn't have cell phones. I'm 43 years old. I know cell phones were around, but kids didn't have phones. It was rare to even see adults with cell phones in the 1980s. So it was a really different experience. We really had to have trust, and if you wanted to make a phone call, you had to have you had to put change in a payphone. I don't think anyone even knows what a payphone is anymore in the United States. I haven't seen one in years, but yeah, I think one of the problems in society currently is that we don't engage with each other enough. I don't think that people are making and creating bonds with people. I think they're very self-indulging in themselves, and really creating a
Exactly.
life of fear, because we're
Exactly.
watching too much negativity. There's just too many negative things on the phone.
Yes. From negative things, we get dopamine.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and more scrolling.
That is true, and that's what makes it addictive. Is that we are We're releasing
Yeah.
endorphins and that dopamine. Every time you get like a like, you post a picture and someone likes it, your brain is pumping out the dopamine, and that's what makes it addictive. That is true.
Yeah. Hey brother, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Okay, continue.
No worries, but it is definitely, how do I say, you're correct. It is a physical addiction. These people are addicted to the dopamine that the rush they get from the experience that they're having on the phone. And I think our society is just starting to learn the ramifications of that outcome. We do studies that take 30 years before we can really see the effects of how they're going to affect society. So I think that it's going to take a while for us to get a full scope, a full understanding of the ramifications. But I don't think it's a positive thing. I don't think being on the phone all day is having a positive influence on our human culture.
Sound great. Exactly, brother. We have to do exercise and reading the books
Exactly.
rather than need less uses of social media.
I agree. And exercise is a healthy way of releasing endorphins and releasing serotonin into the brain. Your body was never designed to sit all day long and look at a cell phone. If you look at the brain and the body and the muscles, we're not designed to just sit there and do nothing. We were designed to move and to be building and working and creating things. And if you look through human history, the structures we've built and the imagination that was used to create the blueprints of these structures, I think our society today thinks that for 3,000-4,000 years ago that people were less intelligent. I actually think people were more intelligent back then because they had to actually use their brain. Where now we have cell phones using, when you want to learn something, you just ask your phone. You don't have to remember anything. I remember being a kid, I had to remember all the phone numbers of my family members, my friends. Now you don't have to remember it. It's all being kept in your cell phone. So I think we're losing our attention span. When you have very short content, like 30-second clips, 15-second clips, now you're seeing that younger generations don't want to watch YouTube channels that have long content, things that go on for 30 minutes or longer. They just don't have the attention span. I also think that's pretty sad. And that's, in my opinion, it's just lowering the IQ and the attention spans of the younger generation. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. More than anything, as we go into the age of AI and AGI, I think it's going to get even worse. So I think now we're gonna look at a society that has the possibility of not only being stuck on computers, but being replaced by computers. And I think we're going into the age of AI, and it's probably going to displace at least 30% of the workforce within the next 10 to 15 years.
Good. You have explained good. I learn from you a lot of. I get knowledge from you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And having you here is what makes this channel possible. I just want you to understand that anything, if you ever want to rejoin or come back, feel free to have a voice on my channel. This is a learning experience for everybody, for me, for you, and for all my guests.
Exactly. Inshallah, we will meet again.
Absolutely.
Yes, with a new topic, because I have fasting. Fasting time is end. We have to eat something.
Right. Fasting is actually very healthy for the body. It actually creates healing in the body. Your body starts to produce cells that eat away things like cancer, inflammation. A lot of people don't know that. They think that not eating is unhealthy, but when you get past a certain state of so many hours of not putting food in the body, the insulin levels start to decrease, and the body actually starts to create healing mechanisms that exponentially heal you at a fast rate. It can actually reverse diseases. So fasting is not only is it culturally a cultural experience, but it is also metabolically has some benefits to it. It really does.
Thank you so much, brother. It was amazing for me.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
not know
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. Everything happens for a reason, and I believe that you coming on here today what has a purpose, and I hope that other people learn from this talk also.
Yes. Good, brother. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, feel free to subscribe, and I'll subscribe back to you if you wish. If that's
Yes.
something you want me to do, so you can come back.
Yes, exactly, brother. I follow you on TikTok. Please send me the social media your account link.
Yeah,
I will subscribe.
I will definitely do that. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do it right now. Oops.
Me follow.
Right. Did it follow?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Also, yeah, I think I hit the plus on the name. Awesome. That way, I like to stream about 2-3 times a week. Typically, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday morning. I work nights, so I'll usually start streaming at least my time around 12 midnight till maybe 3 or 4 in the morning. Actually, it's almost 5 a.m. where I'm at right now, so I will be signing off shortly here. But I just wanted to say it was an absolute pleasure having you on here and talking to you.
Thank you. I will participate definitely.
And sorry about it cutting us off there for a minute. I would love to indulge more on some of the things that are going on in the world. Unfortunately, being on these platforms, if I say the wrong thing or I say something that I could be incorrect, possibly they'll mute it. So I tend to not really go too much into politics for that reason. But yeah, I can talk all day when it comes to like policy and talking about world events and stuff like that. But regardless of what I might have said or not, the only thing I'm really looking for is the truth. I'm not looking for people lying. I'm not looking for what everyone wants you to believe. I just want the honest truth of what's going on, because when you understand the truth, then you can understand what actually is going on and make real life assessments of the situation instead of making judgment on a false narrative. And I don't like to judge people. I'm no one to judge anybody, to be honest. But I feel like as long as we can learn from our mistakes, that is a big step in the right direction.
Yes, I learned from your knowledge.
I appreciate that. Absolutely. And I learned from you too. So I hope you have to understand that. I also learned from you and from the people, from everyone. It's a collective learning experience. The more people that can give their perspective, I can get a better answer. So I do appreciate you coming on here. But thank you, man. It was really good to meet you. I'm going to be signing off here. So I do appreciate you for coming on. And if you ever want to come back, I'll probably be back this Wednesday morning or Tuesday night. So stay tuned. Yeah. If you see me, feel free to come back on.